Hello again, YouTube. This is a true man giving you the truth. Gray Bear trying to come back for a little while, but you already know it's gonna be back black. Hey man, it's the wisdom, man. It seems like every time I start talking, the gray hairs start coming. I think it's that wisdom, man. But we getting back to the dealing with people series. We talking about the ops today. The ops, the opposition. It's way more deeper than y'all think. So I'm gonna go a little deeper into this whole thing that we call the ops. The ops. It's short for opponent or opposition. And here is what people miss about the ops. The ops can be anybody who opposes what you're trying to do is the ops. I'm gonna show you how to deal with them on this video. Now, your ops can be your co-workers, your ops can be relatives, your ops can be whoever. It's whoever opposes what you're trying to do. So if it's something that you want to do or something you need to do, the ops are those who oppose it. If they're not helping you complete it or getting completely out of the way of it, they are ops. Now, it's a lot of negativity in terms of ops, and let's start with that. Listen, man, get off of any gang banging, block click stuff. You can rep your block, but stay out of that little going back and forth with these dudes, because don't neither one of y'all own this street. You know, you could be like me and my guys, we be saying HPT for life. You know, that's the click. HPT. That's where I grew up, 19th and Hampton. But am I gonna go and air out and shoot up and bust my pistols at the rivals of 19th and Hampton? No, especially being that our rivals, the beefs that we had, all those dudes are either old or gone now. And these young guys, a lot of them, they couldn't, a lot of them can't even tell me what HPT stood for. Like, I tested them out when I was working at the jail. They like, man, you ain't from HPT. You ain't. I said, man, what do it mean? Couldn't none of them tell me. They was saying all kind of other stuff. And you know I know what it means, because I'm the one that came up with what it meant. I didn't tag it first, but I came up with what it meant. So, of course, I know what it is. But I'm not going to deal with them kind of ops. And anyway, the way you deal with them ops is by not dealing with them. Don't go where they go. Don't get into it with them. Don't even talk to them. Like the dudes I had beef with, if I saw them in the store, I'm gonna keep going. Like I was in Walmart one day, and there was this one particular dude. They tried to jump me on some gang stuff a long time ago, and I ended up pouncing on both of them because they tried to leave because they didn't want to get their ones in, so to speak, with me. Neither one of them wanted one-on-one. They tried to wait till nobody was around, and they both had one of them had like a pipe wrench, and the other one had the hammer with the claws on it. And of course, I'm gonna take off. I'm not gonna sit there and let them hit me in my head with it. I was playing football and stuff that they was not gonna catch me. I was took off. But boy, them dudes was fast too. They was chasing. And so I ran up in the liquor store over there in my old neighborhood, which still is there, Colbert's. And I saw like my main guy, my right-hand man, I saw his baby mama, so to speak, in the store, and I told her what was going on. And it was funny because like it was an opening where back then it was an opening and it was a trail. Now, all I saw was all my guys just running because they all was at the pool. I don't know why I wasn't. I was somewhere else. I might have had to work that morning or something. But they was all at the pool, practically all of them. When she came up there and told them that, man, they left their car. They came running over there, man. And I was laughing because I could see them coming. Those dudes had their back turned and they still was running their mouth. And I just was standing there smiling. And they got over there and they like, man, what's going on, man? Because they knew the guy that was driving them around, like, this is how it started. So I was minding my own business. And the dude that was driving them around, because me and him, I always knew it was something about him. He was driving them around, and when they was coming around, they was throwing up gang signs. So the second time they did it, I banged on them. They come back around, they jump out the car, and I'm like, okay, they trying to fight. But I saw something red in his hand, and it was a pipe wrench. And I saw the other dude, he took a swing at me with that thing, and I kind of leaned to the side and took off. And so, keep in mind, the dude that brought them over there was somebody that lived in our neighborhood. He was cool with some of my guys, but I always knew it was something about him because he kept bringing up like gang stuff, like trying to jokingly bring it up. And then he tried to wait until they wasn't around to try to come at me. And so the dude that I saw at Walmart, when it was all said and done, they tried to get in the car and pull off. It was back then we was driving big bodies, and I think something was wrong with the dude door in the back. So he tried to get in the back, and the door wouldn't open, so they both got in the front, and the window was down. I was like, nah, don't leave now. I got to punching on both of them. They just was balled up in the car. I was just going back and forth, and they pulled off. And the next day I saw the driver, and I said, man, you just the man I'm looking for. Well, nobody around. He begging, man, please, man, I don't want to fight, man. They did that on. I said, nah, man, you was bringing them back. You kept bringing them back. I said, now, where they at now? Now it's your turn. Oh, man, please, man, I don't want to. Man, you know I'm cool with such. Man, I don't want to, just begging, because he already knew. He already knew what it was. Wasn't no audience, and he was finna get punched on. So he begging like a little chump. Years later, I see one of the dudes, the light-skinned dude. I forgot what his nickname was, everything. Like he not important. I saw him, matter of fact, this Walmart that just closed. That Walmart is closed, y'all. That's where I saw him at. So he looking at me and stuff. I'm like, man, what is he looking at? The third time I looked over at him and saw him looking at me, I looked at him like, man, he looked familiar. He just older. He still had them weak, little dusty looking braid. I said, oh, that's dude. That's that dude I was, that's what I'm thinking to myself. I ain't say nothing. I just kind of smiled, got my stuff, and left. That's in the past. Y'all be keeping this stuff going. Is your ops worth going to jail? Is your ops worth dying? Or anybody, because here's what happens. You die for your boys, they're going to be smashing your baby mama. That's what's going to happen. And they going to have a baby with her. So, it's one thing, like, I ain't going to lie. I used to have my guys back. People knew not to mess with them. Because they looked at it like, that ninja is crazy. So, but when I think about it now, all them dudes is doing their own thing. Some of them done got married. They wasn't inviting me to the weddings or none of that. They still deal with each other, but they don't need what I brought to the table no more. So, yeah, I still talk to most of them. but it ain't like it was in 95, 96, 97. So you got to think about that before you make decisions that's going to jeopardize your life. The ops, in terms of street beefs, is not worth it. And I would even advise, if you got strong ops and stuff like that, because of who you grew up with, who you was down with, stuff like that, try moving out of the state. Just move. Don't even entertain that. Just move. Because this is what happens. So the first time I worked at detention, people respected Hampton. And they was actually like closer ties to people who can vouch. So they was getting out, they was going over there, hey man, you know such and such, like saying my nickname and stuff that they knew. And some of them didn't know my nickname, so they'd be like, man, you know Howard? Yeah, man, and blah, 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 blah. Well, fast forward to 2018. Now, man, them ninjas from Hampton is ops, man. They police and all that. F Hampton is that. I'm like, you think you hurting me? I used to even do the fake cry when they get mad at me. It's F Hampton, and all y'all Hampton ninjas is sweet. The old ones and the young ones. Just you know how people get in jail when they get mad at you. They get to cussing you out and stuff like that. I did fake cry. I used to do the fake cry like, man. So, them street beef ops, man, just stay away from them, man. It's not worth it, especially if you got kids. Stop trying to be down for the hood, man. Be down for yourself. Now, you can be tough. You can be the type that ain't worried about none of these dudes, all that. That's how I am. I ain't worried about nobody. If you get me, you got me. That was always my phrase. If you get me, you got me. But I ain't gonna, oh my gosh, there's so many of them, this, that, that. Listen, man, if you get me, you got me. But if I get you, the fires of hell, it's gonna burn. So, don't entertain that stuff, man. I had some ops and stuff like that, man, you know. That's why we formed that stuff in the first place, because Milwaukee ain't that big, and it's like, my guy, this guy is cool with that guy, but that guy is my op. That's how it was. And then I'm cool with this guy, but this guy is my guy op. So we like, man, forget all that, man. We all grow up together since we was young. We finna rep the hood. And it was like a bunch of guys that we used to fight and everything, but we all got cool towards the end of the 90s, man, and it's like people knew. And there was so many of us. It was just so many young ones. Oh, back then, people wasn't like really trying to come over there and do nothing. But now I'm telling you, not worth it. So, but let's talk about some of the other ops that you'll have. The relative ops, the work ops. Let's talk about the work ops first. Everything you do, they got a problem with it. Everything you say, they got a problem with it. When you go to that job, if you know who the ops is, or if you don't know who the ops is, you need to find out who the ops is. Just kind of listen more. Kind of see what people saying. Watch closely they jokes and watch who they close to at the job. If they close to people who don't like you, you know you can't be close to them. That's just all it is to it. Because those are the people that are turn against you and be working against you. And you'll be all in your feelings thinking they with you, and they not. They're not with you no more. And these is also the people who act like they cool with you on the job, but then you don't hear from them no more. That's because sometimes they be with them ops. Laughing at you, man, y'all wanna know something, man? Howard, such. Man, you a punk. If you wasn't saying that stuff when I was there, or when this person was there, Why you saying it now? I don't like people like that. That's weak. They talking about you like a dog, but they wasn't saying none of that stuff when you was there. And they ain't give you no opportunity to say, man, what you trying to do, man? We both men. What you trying to do, man? We ain't got to do nothing at work. We can meet over here. The ops gonna bring their brothers, their cousins, because they just talk. They just talk. Because if a person really want to get at you, they're going to get at you when nobody ain't around. I learned that a long time ago. So I always tested people them running their mouth in that way. I waited until their audience was gone, and I was like, let me see what they going to say now. I wouldn't say nothing. Like if I got into it with somebody at work like the time I did, I just left with him. I made sure we walked out together. So if he would have been like, now what was that you was saying? I was going to repeat what I say. But people just be trying to, especially these young people. Young people don't know how to just be cool. They don't know how to be cool. They don't want to listen to us. They think we just, we don't know what we talking about. And that's why they can't learn. Y'all notice the young dudes that be listening to us in this manosphere. I guarantee you their lives is intact. Because if you 21, 22, 23, 25, young like that, and you listening to us in this manosphere, you're going to have a good life, man. That ain't gonna mess your life up. The sun is that way. It ain't gonna mess your life up. It's gonna make your life better. This is good advice we hearing for the most part. Now you got women like Just Pearly thing that don't even deal with black people, probably don't even know what an op is. She trying to comment on rap videos so she can get more known. Man, stop listening to them culture vultures. Y'all shouldn't be super chatting no culture vultures. Y'all should know what they talking about, but don't really listen to them. Culture vultures work against black people in general. And Latinos too. They trying to get, because they know that the United States, most of the culture is blacks and Latinos and even Asian. White people have a small part in it. Now, I'm not dissing them because y'all know I don't hate white people, but the truth is the truth, and I'm the truth, man. But a lot of the culture that we see, Latinos and blacks are stooped in, and that's why we should. I don't know why y'all still, what's going on, man? Why y'all trying to go at each other? We shouldn't be going at nobody. We should be one country all together. But some of the stuff y'all in these culture vultures, like Nick Fuentes, who, if you listen to him close, he don't like black people. And it's okay. It's okay, because a lot of us don't like you either. It's okay. And some of y'all is cowards too. Y'all need the special forces. Cowards, man. And I would tell y'all special forces, man, just be cool, man. We're a team up in here. We the United States. The people who trying to turn everybody against each other in the United States, a lot of them probably ain't even fully human. Oops, did I say that? So, let's get back to the ops, though. Them workplace ops. Make sure you're doing your job to the best of your ability. When you see somebody at op, document everything. Document any favoritism that the managers, the higher ups, show them. So if they micromanage you, you got proof they didn't do that to them. And this is what they'll try to say. They'll be like, well, we ain't talking about them, we talking about you. That ain't how it works. Somebody did that to me years ago. I said, no, that ain't how it works. We doing the same job. You can't come at me in ways you don't come at them. It happened a couple times. We ain't talking about them, we talking about you. And I always had the same response. That ain't how it works. And y'all know it's whistleblower laws that protect you if you have to drop the dime on somebody that's trying to get you. Because anytime somebody trying to mess your money up, that's an op, and it's personal. You see what's going on with money, the inflation, all that. Ain't nobody know, man, you a op. Any way, shape, or form, if you telling on me and trying to increase the possibility of me getting suspended or fired on a job, you are an OPP. You are. You are. And boy, it just lights my fire, them fake pro-blacks. They be at work and they be ops, be male feminists. You trying to get all the women on your side. Man, you pro-whack. You should have saw him, man, just trying to come at me over Trump. Man, go sit your young, you see that milk, you got milk dripping out from behind your ears. These young dudes, man, they'll be like 27 and be trying to tell you something. The only thing you should be trying to tell me is how to work that technology. You only 20, man, you was in high school 10 years ago. Now, technology, certain stuff, if you got an angle on something, I ain't that way. I'll listen. But when it comes to life experience, man, you should be listening. And you got people on YouTube, they don't want to listen. And they should be. But the ones that are listening, they getting somewhere. Like it was this one young dude, I was in somebody's live. I'm like, dude, you're a kid. Why are you trying to come at this grown man? I'm so tempted to get him. I'm just listening. I said, man, is this dude even 25? He trying to take up, trying to white knight. Like, dude, man, you can't even talk without it sounding like you got a speech impediment. And I ain't talking about people with speech impediment. That's how it be when you young, though. You have to learn how to communicate even. Like a lot of the younger people, you'll be like, oh, thank you. They won't say nothing. You'll be like, hi, how you doing? They won't say nothing. That's poor communication. Because if somebody speak to you and you don't say nothing, then I'm thinking automatically it's a couple things. Either you own some garbage so you don't want to attach yourself to me in a positive way, or you don't know how to communicate. How you look, your body language, all of that is important. A lot of people make themselves ops. Like a lot of people, like yesterday, I was in picking up something. And there was a couple young dudes in there. Yeah, they was loud. And they were, they was doing their thing. But they didn't bother nobody. See, that's the key. They didn't mess with nobody's cars. They didn't mess with nobody. They was into their own thing. See, I could just ignore you if that's all you are is loud. It's the ones that start messing with other people that's the problem. Ops. So, we're going to wrap this up in a couple minutes. Workplace ops, though. Just go there, do your job to your best of your ability. Again, document everything from those people who you might even suspect are ops. Don't let them know. Don't get no arguments with them. That's, I made that mistake. When they are op, just try not to argue with them. If y'all in the same job and they try to get you to do something that you know ain't gonna work, or they trying to put themselves over you, tactfully tell them, I'm doing this. Do what you're supposed to do. If they try to argue, don't argue. If they put their hands on you, you got a right to defend yourself. Can't nobody take that right from you. And if your job fires you from defending yourself against somebody who attack you, that's the time to get a lawyer and get some compensation. Because they gonna try to fire you. So if they try to fire you, then they should be paying your salary then. You should be getting nothing less than $100,000 and this person was picking with you, and they attacked you first. Don't never attack them first. Let them attack you first. And just cover up or something and then fight back. And if they try to fire you, you get a lawyer, tell them, I was just trying to do my job. This person attacked me and I defended myself and they fired me too. They can't do that. They can't do that. You'll get compensated. So, document everything. Keep your moves quiet. Like, even the people that's cool with you, don't tell them what you're doing either. Because I've seen guys that'll be cool with you 1 minute and be around you, but then they'll be going behind your back, roasting you and talking about you to the ops. And trying to go out for beer with the ops. I've seen it. And so, you don't want to hang with the ops, but if they start acting positive, then you start acting positive. Because I've seen that too. Like some guys, sometimes they'll see that somebody playing them against you, and then they'll start being more professional, and you'll actually become cool with them. It happens. But let's talk about relative ops. Most relatives, especially in black families, they want to do better than you. That's why you don't really see them helping each other sometimes. They'll talk about you more than they'll help you. Or you'll be pulling in this direction and they'll be trying to get you to go in this direction where you ain't gonna make more than them. You gotta be willing to fail. Don't listen to your ops. If they not gonna help you, you know what you're gonna do. You know you go in the business route, for instance, and they telling you to go to college or get a job. And man, you should just be trying to retire from a job. Businesses fail. So do jobs. Look at all the layoffs. Look at all the layoffs. You definitely should have some type of business, even if you work in a job. Y'all trusting these people? You shouldn't. You shouldn't be spending your money like you trust these people. You should be saving your money like you don't. Because a lot of time that owner of that company is out. He might only be hiring certain people because he has to. And he might look at it, I want to get them. So to get them, I got to get these people too. I don't even care. That's why I don't depend on no job. Get you a side hustle. You got a job, you should be out here doing some type of gig. You know how many gigs it is? If you don't have a business, this is a business. You should be delivering something. Get you a paper route. Deliver some food, some groceries. Now you can even deliver cars and trucks. But don't you dare. And if you do it, do not spend all your money on no broad. Save that money. Tell her, well, now that you work here, I think we could do this. No, we ain't doing that. I'm saving this money. Well, don't you want to get married? I ain't spending no lot on no ring. I ain't spending a lot on no ring or no wedding. Go to the courthouse. But then again, you shouldn't even be getting no marriage. Like, tell her, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to write everything down. We ain't going to get no marriage license. And we're going to have a cheap ceremony. Why? Don't you trust? No, I might have to dump you. Your girl could be an op. She could be acting cool right now. Let's see how she act when you marry her or have kids with her. So, them relatives, though, they get to talking about your appearance. Those ops don't stoop to their level. Just be like, I'll tell you what. It seems like there's a lot that I could be doing and enjoying. So if y'all excuse me, I'm leaving. Just get up out of there. Cut that Thanksgiving short. Cut that Christmas short. Y'all do need to start being men. Y'all be letting people tee off on you because they see her disrespecting you. Make her respect you and her relatives, or don't deal with neither. And then your relatives, don't be letting them be pushing all up on your girl. Try not to fight them, but hey, let's be honest. You be around some of these people long enough, you might have to put them paws on them. But you want to avoid that. So if it feel like it's coming to that, stop going around now. This is 2023. Most blood can be like enemies. Talking all behind your back, not dealing with your kids. They giving this kid stuff and this kid stuff, but they don't even check up on your kids or give your kids nothing. That's an op. If you got a problem with my kids, you got a problem with me. If they got a problem with your kids, they got a problem with you. People do that now. The good kids, they don't deal with them. They want to deal with the kids that don't have, go to school, playing in school, going to DT. That's what's going on in these families. The good kids who might be a little introverted, might just like to be at home playing video games. They don't want to deal with them. They want to deal with the dude that come in hitting dances and stuff. Man, forget dude. He ain't headed nowhere. That's how these parents be. That's how these aunties and stuff be. They want to deal with the bad kids. If you don't deal with my kids, you're not going to be dealing with me. And I used to get into it with people about stuff like that. Hey, I'm just going to teach my kids that you invisible. And my kids, like if, let's say somebody was doing my kid like that. My kids going to have their own thing going. They ain't going to be thinking about you. And that's what y'all need to do. Don't be letting your kids be down in the dumps because all the other cousins is playing together, but they'll never invite you to their birthday party and stuff. Have your own life and your own thing going. And remember that. It's all right to remember. So if y'all get older and your cousins bums, they ain't doing nothing with their life, and you successful, be like, remember how you used to have them birthday parties and y'all didn't invite me? Man, that hurted. I definitely will bring something up like that. People want to come around when you get successful. Be like, remember y'all was getting married and y'all wouldn't invite me? Remember how the only time I heard from y'all was trying to argue over Trump or over George Floyd? See, that's why you don't burn bridges. Because there's some dudes that be acting cool with me and be acting like they rocking with me. If they were to need something, I probably would help them. That's why it's important. You never know. You just never know. That's why you don't want to be nobody's op. You just don't. You think because you're doing better than them now, things can happen. Life happens. And then, you might need them and they be like, remember that time? Then you gonna get mad. F you then, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Hey, listen, you have a good day, man. All right? Click. Relative ops, if possible, don't give them the time of day like that. Don't give them the time of day like that. Now they want to be around you when they need you. It's all right to be there for them to a point, but you got to go by their history. Since when people don't reap what they sow? They've been starting trouble with you for 15, 20 years. Now they ain't got nobody else. Now they want to be around you. Okay, listen, I'm going to deal with you when I feel like it. That's how people be doing. Don't hold no grudges, but you got to give people what they plant. If you planted discord, if you planted distance, You created distance. So that's how you deal with relatives. Now let's talk about friends that become ops. You had their back, they had yours. Now they act like they got a problem with you now or something. Sometimes it be because they cool with your ops. And this is what your ops will be doing. They'll be saying little disrespectful little comments, right? Just a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. All that stuff is harvested. So now the dude that was your right-hand guy don't deal with you no more because he was dealing with your op. And your op was talking down on you. Know what I say? You got 5 fingers right here. You don't have to slap them. You know what you could do? Forget them. Forget them. Focus mainly on what you want to accomplish spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally. Focus on that. Don't worry about social. Don't worry about having friends. You grew up with them, so what? I grew up with a lot of people. I got a lot of people on my Facebook that don't even talk to me. I ain't gonna unfriend them, but not yet at least. Some of them I am. But, hey man, I don't need them. And they don't need me. But you just focus on how you want life to be. Take some vitamins. Make sure your body healthy. Don't be putting all that stuff. You should never put more stuff in your body that's going to cause harm than that's going to help you. I be looking at people. If you giving me advice, right? But every time I look, you doing something harmful to your body, I'm looking at you like, you know he ain't going to care about me. He don't care about himself. It's one thing to drink a little, smoke a cigar, do this, do that. Even if I don't smoke weed, but if you smoke weed, that's you. That's you. Like it says a lot about you, but that's you. So when we get to talking about God and stuff, okay, you got a right to your opinion. But listen, if you are not living an upstanding life and you putting all them harmful substances into your body, if you smoking weed and drinking lean and all that stuff more than you taking vitamins and trying to drink 100% juice, that says a lot about you, man. Now, I'm going to let you do it, but when you come in my arena, man, just understand. See, this is what people try to do to me in closing. I know this video went long. Hey, these people's lives be 3 hours. I'm finna close it out. People, when they find out I'm a preacher, a lot of people be like, man, ain't nobody in the church, right? Church people, these preachers can't tell you. I'm not a church person. I'm a preacher for the Most High. Don't put me with them. Because you put me with them, now you're going to be misjudging things. Most real prophets are going to be disconnected from the church. You see a prophet that all the church people accept him? All these church people ain't gonna accept nobody. But what people try to do, they try to lump me in to dismiss anything I say. What I do to you? That's a problem if you got a problem with everybody that talks about God. What you should be doing is listening and taking notes and doing your own research. You trying to dismiss everybody that talk about the Bible. You know how many books are associated with the Bible? If you try to dismiss the Bible, then you dismissing everything about God then. Because the Bible is basically a compilation of books from thousands of centuries ago. So when you dismiss the Bible, you dismissing practically everything. The Epic of Gilgamesh, all the Codex versions, the Apocrypha. But this is what people do. That's why I don't worry about people trying to dismiss me. Once I see you doing that, I'm moving on from you. I'm not gonna try to convince you or nothing. I'm gonna keep doing what I do, and you could go ahead and judge me. I'm gonna let you catch whatever you gonna catch. So y'all letting these government people, these Illuminati people, and all these people give you a misunderstanding of how the spiritual realm really works. The way the spiritual realm works is those that's closest to the Most High, you want to be in good with them. Not the fakers, but the ones who really close to them. And sometimes you see these dudes talking about how spiritual they is, but they be distancing themselves from you. You claim you know God. What is he really showing you about me? Because I already know that he ain't gonna show you nothing bad. You got the wrong God, my friend. The Most High is not gonna show you, man, that Howard, man, that Truth, man, don't forget about him. You know who gonna say that about me? The devil. Demons. They don't like me. They gonna put anything they can in y'all minds about me. But anyway, it's 8:46. It's time to get out here. Get this money. Don't worry about these ops, man. Workplace, let's just do a quick review. Workplace ops. Remember, do the job best you can. Document everything. Any favoritism, any nepotism, any of that stuff. If they try to come at you, you present everything. You tell your lawyer, hey, I've been keeping track of this stuff for a long time. They got rid of me for something that 10 people did. They gonna be paying you out the butthole. Relative ops. Don't spend as much time with them. Deal with them how you want to deal with them. Don't hold no grudges against any of your ops. They not that important. The devil be wanting y'all to hold grudges so the devil can present her case to God about you. You told him to forgive. He ain't forgiving nobody. That's how the devil get down. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is The Truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.